Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So in this video, let's cover Bitcoin, Litecoin, and as well as Ethereum. Alright, so I want to cover all three of them, kind of talk about the technicals mainly. I also want to cover like the death cross. A lot of people have been talking about death cross. Basically, it's like, you know, the 50-day moving average going past the 200-day moving average on the downward side. So we will talk about it, what it means, and how to like really look at it and like what exactly it means. All right. So before we get it started, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit those notification and those bell icon so you can get this content right away. If you think these videos are helping you with your trading, with your investing in crypto market, then please make sure to give me a thumbs up. That really gives me motivation to make this video content every day. All right. So let's get it started. Right now it's about 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We have S&P 500, Nasdaq, Russell closed a couple of hours ago here in US, and we are getting into this evening session in the Bitcoin and the crypto market. All right. So right now Bitcoin is trading at 72.60 to be exact. We have I'm looking at, so let's cover this real quick. I'm looking at the Coinbase data. It's Bitcoin to USD pair, and I'm looking at the daily chart. All right, so we are seeing some retracement in Bitcoin. We try to make a room, like try to make a little bit wiggle room yesterday. Try to make almost like a dead cat bounce yesterday, which did not follow through. And since then, last night we had a major sell-off overseas and into the U.S. market as well in the morning. What we are seeing right now is hitting that those support levels around that 6,900, and it's finding a support right now for a time being. A lot of the altcoins are oversold. Bitcoin is becoming oversold. It's not quite oversold yet, but it is becoming oversold. All right, it will be, in my opinion, probably around 6,300. If we have one last push, that will be the mark. It might be like completely oversold, in my opinion. So there might be one more last push into the night session, but we will have to wait and see. So what is, so let's talk about death cross. Death cross basically is a Dow theory. It's a simple thing. All right, so the 50-day moving average. So 50-day moving average is the average of the 50-day. You see this line in the black? That's the 50-day moving average line. The one in the green, that is 200-day moving average. Now, what death cross means is, like, if the line, let's say if the 50-day moving average goes past 200-day moving average on the downside, it signals to a lot of long-term trader that there is a potential bear market, and to get out of the market, there's a potential bear market. A lot of time what happens is this black line just takes the support on the 200-day moving average and like bounce off that. It can happen. It might actually cross over and might like go back again. All right, or it can like come down a little bit further, and it will take a while to go up over the 200-day moving average. So the 50-day moving average, that's the faster moving average. 200-day moving average, that's the slower moving average. All right, and basically the death cross is a Dow theory where it was like it was one of the trader that he came up with this back in 1800. A lot of people in the stock market, they use this theory. It's called Dow theory basically, and they use it in the stock market. A lot of the institutional traders use it for the long-term trading or investing. So but I have been seeing a lot of videos on death cross and Bitcoin. So I mean, the more you see those kind of things, it's kind of like sometimes it doesn't pan out. You know, when everyone is talking about death throes, everyone is talking about how it's going to be bearish, how it's going to be very negative for Bitcoin. It tend not to happen. So I try to avoid it until we get a solid confirmation, until we get, like, you know, few days, few weeks underneath that 200-day moving average. Then yes, we can look more into it. But until then, just, you know, I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. Rather than that, I would pay more attention to the support and the resistance level. That will be a better, like, you know, way to look at the technicals at this point. All right, moving average, they are very you know, they are very critical. You want to look at the moving averages, but again, it's one of those market right now where you will be more profitable if you go by the support and resistance level and constantly taking the profits when it's like when you're buying on the support and selling on the resistance. All right, so that being said, I actually have my drawings hidden, so here, so let's zoom in. I wanted to have the clear picture, a picture before I, like, you know, talk about the moving averages. So let's zoom in. So this was in almost like a falling wedge action, if you see this, and we broke that the bottom, the support level, and we are testing that 60. We are almost testing the 6,800 level. We might test that 6,800 level in Bitcoin. That's the next support level in Bitcoin. But we will see some kind of bounce because the Litecoin, Ethereum, they have been heavily oversold right now. All right. So how do you trade this? So first of all, don't panic. You know, if you panic, and you know, that's how it's a herd mentality. Same thing like when things are going up, people are buying into the fear of missing out. It's the same exact thing. Like when things are falling apart, people are selling, and, like, you know, they're selling first and asking question later. So those are the things that you want to avoid. You don't want to, you know, panic sell. Use your stop losses, use your, you know, proper, like, you know, management techniques. In this junction, it's probably better, it's a probably better strategy to buy in, like, you know, in the small increments. So what I mean by that is, like, you know, again, I want to reiterate. Let's say if you have $1,000 to, like, invest, go with like $300-400. If it goes to the 6,800 level, then perhaps put in another $200. So buy it in the phase. So you're not trying to predict the bottom. No one can predict the bottom. Okay, let me tell you one thing. No one can predict the bottom. Just like no one can predict the top, no one can predict the bottom. And if anyone is telling you, hey, the bottom is at 5,000 or bottom is at 3,000, I mean, you should not be listening to those people, because that's just you might get lucky with those numbers, but there is no way you can predict those numbers because the market doesn't work like that. All right. So what the best strategy that I think right now is, like, you know, buying in the phase in the smaller increments. And if you are not comfortable in buying in the phase, then, you know, go with your stop losses. And if you're not comfortable using your stop losses, then obviously, you know, you probably want to buy it in the phase and, like, or completely stay away from the market. But as I have said plenty of time on this channel, this kind of situation, this kind of panic selling creates opportunities. All right, remember that this kind of panic selling creates opportunities. This price, like, you know, it really do create opportunities. So, like, think about, like, if you have like a fund sitting around, or if you have money to invest, then you know, look at the levels, look at the support levels that you want to get in. So whatever that was acting as a support previously, now I'm changing. If you see, I'm just changing those dotted colors because they will be acting as a resistance going up. All right, so for the support, intermediate support for Bitcoin is going to be around 6,700, 6,800 to be exact. That will be that's the intermediate support level. Going up 7,500 will act as a resistance going up. All right, so there will be a bounce that will come. All right, we just have to, bears will get tired. It's not, if everyone is selling, so what will happen is, like, you know, you will have all the people who wanted to sell it, they already sold, and the remaining ones will be the buyer. So think about some of the coins that you want to look at. All right, let's look at Litecoin real quick. So Litecoin again is completely is pretty oversold right now at this point. Huge volume came in on the downside. It's just one of those, like, you know, and I have started adding position in Litecoin. Full disclosure, I have started adding position in Litecoin. I added some position at 115, so I'm gonna start adding some position in Litecoin if it comes further down. All right, let's look at Ethereum. So this is like falling wedge. Again, we broke that, you know, downward support. I think there will be a bounce. All right, if we have this lot of, like, constant day of selling, and Litecoin, I believe it will be the first one that will turn. So let's see. All right, Ethereum. Oh man, Ethereum got like slammed pretty hard. I had to but I'm telling you, this thing is way oversold. If you are a believer of Ethereum, you know, if you are a long-term holder of Ethereum, and if you believe in it, this cannot get any, like, this opportunity is really good in Ethereum right now. The only negative side about Ethereum is a lot of the you know, the ICOs that are not getting introduced in market nowadays. So Ethereum got a lot of boost back in November, December, even January time frame, because a lot of ICOs were coming in market and they were using Ethereum platform. But now, since there is like less amount, there are not too many ICOs that are coming into the market. There is like regulation fears on the ICOs. So that's why Ethereum have like a little bit more fundamentally like negative news like hovering over the price. But it's a good coin. It's definitely a good coin. You will see like institutional trader might get into this coin at this kind of prices because it's very cheap right now. Same thing, like, you know, Ethereum have a good team behind it, so I wouldn't be like, you know, for if you're a long-term holder, I wouldn't be too worried about Ethereum. But right now the price is insane. It's pretty oversold. If I look at the smaller time, like 4 hours, it's oversold. You will see some bounce. You will, like, you know, the bounce will come in Ethereum fairly soon. All right. Hold on, what happened here? Okay, all right. So just to recap, Bitcoin support level on the downside 6,800. On the upside, resistance will be around 7,500. If you want to have a gauge, perhaps use hold on. This is the level I want to look at. Okay, give me a moment. Yeah, so on the upward side, 7,500 will be the resistance. On the downward side, 6,800 will be the support. All right, for Bitcoin. I expect some, like, you know, relief rally probably in the next 24 to 48 hours. For Litecoin, it's drastically oversold. I have started some position in Litecoin. I think there is a value in Litecoin, and I will be looking to add more if it comes further down. So I'm prepared for that, and I will be looking to take some profit if it hits that 140 level. If it goes to that 140 level, I will be looking to take some profit in Litecoin. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want me to analyze your portfolio. Send me an email. I will be happy to do so, and we'll go from there. All right, talk to you soon.